don't listen to the noise. This is one thing that at the start it took me a very long time to understand, because whenever you want to start something new, say you're on your fitness journey, say you want to start this new project, say you want to start creating content, one thing you need to understand is that this is something completely new to you, so you don't actually understand how it really works. That's like anything, you don't understand how it works, so then you start to look for the opinions of others. Be careful whose opinions you look for. If you're asking for people's opinions who's never done that thing that you want to do, be careful with how you take the opinion. Let me give you an example. When I started social media, one thing for me was that I would always ask family members, I would always ask friends their opinion on a video I was going to post. Bear in mind, these friends and families have never created content, so they can only give me the response that they have, or they would only give me a response based on what they know or what they think is correct. Bear in mind that family members would only give you their advice out of love, to protect you. They wouldn't do anything with bad intentions. But understand, is that the message, or is that information going to benefit you? Because at the start it's very shaky, you have a lot of doubts, and then you get a lot of noise start to enter your mind. I remember when I first started doing Instagram or TikTok, most of my videos were cringy, but understand, when you're putting yourself out there on a platform, you're exposing yourself to judgment. And this is one of the hardest things to overcome, because when you're starting to do anything, you don't know how it's going to turn out. It's so easy from someone in the sidelines to say to you, oh, this is cringy, oh, look at you, you're trying to do this, he's trying to do that, she's trying to do this. So those words can really affect you, because now you're concerned. Not only are you concerned about failing, but the reason you're concerned about failing is not failing in itself, but you're concerned about failing because what others are going to think of you for trying. So you don't want to be laughed at. And that's why many people don't actually achieve what they want to do, because they're so concerned of what other people think. But then ask yourself, what was the intention to why I started creating content? That should be your number one reason to keep on going. One thing for me was that I wanted to do content because when I first started social media, I started doing fitness content. So I started doing fitness content, and then I started to send a message through this content. My message was to myself to inspire and encourage me. It inspired others. Then I moved on to TikTok, when I just had fun on the platform, where I would just talk and just express myself. I just started to understand that I was sharing a message of how I was thinking, and I just wanted to share it. But then I had a lot of comments saying, this is cringy, why are you posting this, why are you posting the same thing? But with that being said, am I not going to express myself or how I feel in that moment because someone else thinks it's cringy? So now you're thinking more about acting how they want you to act rather than how you want to act, which is a big problem. And then you start to get a lot of noise. You start going along, then you start getting a bit of traction, and then you start getting a lot of noise. But which one do you follow? Understand that you can get 100 nice comments, but the 2 negative comments that you get are the ones that sting the most. Those are the ones that stand out to you. Pay attention to everything that's good. Focus on the good comments that you get. Focus on the reason why you're doing content. Focus on the reason why you're starting the gym. Don't lose sight of that. This is the problem. You give into your emotions most of the time. You give into how you feel over what you're meant to do. This is why I create the motto, actions over emotions. Because all the time, you give into your emotions because I feel like this today, so you don't do what you have to do, and you regret it tomorrow. So every time you do something that you regret, you're stuck not in the present, you're stuck in the past, thinking about why did I do this, how could I have done it better. It's fine. When you regret something, you fix it the next day and make sure you don't repeat it again. But the issue is you repeat it again because you're tired, because you're not feeling like it, because your lower back is hurting. Yesterday I started going for runs for the first time in a long time since I injured my lower back. My back is not in the best shape, so I wake up at 4 AM, I do my personal development, then I go for a run for 45 minutes. The first day I was going to go for a run, the way I started to procrastinate, I started to negotiate myself out of what I was meant to do. The best example I can give it to you is, say you're in a relationship. You know you have to be faithful to your partner, but then you start to reason with your conscience, reason with what you know you're meant to do, because you say, I'm having a rough patch with my partner, she'll never find out. So it's true, your excuses might be valid. You do that, then how do you feel after? You regret because you knew that's not what you were meant to do. The same thing with me and my running. I know that I'm running not to gain anything but to remove. It's an extraction process. Many people think, why do you wake up at 5? Why do you go to the gym so much? Why do you take every macros? You're going to die anyway. But it's not about how you die, it's about how you live. From that remaining period of time, how do you feel when you're alive? How do you feel when you're day to day? I don't want to wake up my day-to-day waiting to die. I want to wake up my day-to-day expecting to feel good. How do you feel good? By always doing what you say you're going to do. It's very simple. Understand that you need to replace those bad habits that you have with positive habits that are going to help you and give you a benefit or something beneficial at the end of that act. Oops, the light went down. When you wake up at 5 a.m, what do? It makes no difference waking up at 5 a.m. and 8 p.m. The principle is that you do something uncomfortable. When you do something uncomfortable, you've trained yourself that actually I don't have to satisfy every single desire, and this is going to be beneficial for me because I can actually do what I'm going to say. Then when now you have a meal that you're not supposed to eat confronts you, you've already been able to say to him, you've shown yourself. It's not affirmation saying, I can do this, I believe in myself. You've actually done it. You've actually said no when I don't want to. Because sleeping in is good, I love sleeping in. But the second you overcome that with your actions, not affirmations, not these theories, but with action, then when the meal confronts you, say to yourself, my alignment, my purpose is to become my best version. I need to be healthy. I know this is not gonna be beneficial for me right now. There's nothing wrong with having foods like junk food every now and again. But understand that, is that junk food choosing you or you choosing the junk food? Who's in control? It's very simple. Look at yourself. If you're content with the way that you look, you're fine. Eat the food in front of you. But if you're not, the reason you're not content with the way you look is because you give into every single desire that you have. You can never say no. Life is simple. You just have to learn how to say yes and no. But you're just so addicted to that quick gratification that you want everything now, that after you have it, how do you feel after? I've never heard someone say after getting super drunk, that I feel a hangover, that was great, let's get drunk again. No, it's the moment you want that liquid confidence because you're not content with yourself. Ask yourself why you're not content with yourself, and then fix it. Instead of taking this liquid confidence, feeling bad after, and regretting it. Because now the next day you're not thinking about, oh that was so great, you think about why did I do it. The same thing with junk food. You eat, then you become overweight, you become a product of your habits. Then now you ask yourself, why did I do this? I need to change. New year, Monday, I'm going to change my diet, I'm going to start going to the gym. You regret it. Why are you regretting it? All you have to do is take action. Just say no, just go to the gym. When have you ever gone to the gym and said, I regret coming to the gym? You never do. Understand that these are uncomfortables, these are hard, but at the end of it, you're going to have something that's going to give you benefit, something that is worthwhile. Not this short-term gratification that you get from Instagram, from social media, everything that we're taught now that we need everything quick, TikTok, everything quick. We want that satisfaction quickly. Learn to undo that. Learn to never break your word. Start off with creating uncomfortables. So I say to you, your uncomfortables every single day. Work on them. Wake up at 5 a.m, have a plan, execute, take action, and repeat it every single day. The work that you've done yesterday does not matter for today. Because you can feel great about yourself for doing work yesterday, and then that yesterday was 2 days ago and you still haven't done anything. You can't negate a negative with a positive. It doesn't work like that. Just keep on stacking positives, positive, positive. That's how you get the ball moving. I want you to imagine like a car. It's still, you're pushing it. At the start, it's very hard, but once it starts moving, it gets a lot easier. Don't lose the momentum. That's how you stay on track. So you need a plan, take action, and repeat it. Understand, with anything that you want to do, you need to create your best version for every single thing that you do. It's mindset to help you to stick to the plan, to overcome issues. Understand the problems will come. You need to learn how to overcome them. Mindset. You need a plan. You need to physically feel good about yourself. When you have that confidence, you take more risks. When you take more risks, you take more action. Understand, this is what's going to help you move forward with anything that you want to do. And then the last one is your nutrition. Take after the things that you eat, because the things that you eat is the way that you feel. You are what you eat. Have you eaten junk food and then you felt terrible after? Because you're entering terrible food into your system. Start to eat clean, start to eat healthy, or start to track your macros. If you do not know this, find someone that does. Find someone that can teach you all of this. Jump on my coaching program. DM me ready on Instagram if you want to elevate. It doesn't have to be me. It doesn't have to be me, because what I'm telling you is not going to benefit me, it's going to benefit you. Educate yourself. Many people ask me, I don't have money to pay for a service. You don't need money to pay for a service. If you're ill, you can become a doctor or you can go to a doctor. Understand, when you become a doctor, it's going to take you a lot more time, but you learn the skills to then purvey it to others. If you go to a doctor, you have an issue, you get it fixed, and now you've got the information to fix others. It's the time difference that you're saving. So you don't have to pay me for my service, you don't have to pay someone else for their services. I've just done the years of time to get to where I am, so I know everything that you're going to go through, I know the obstacles that you're going to overcome, and I've got the answers that you need. It's a simple blueprint, it is very, very simple to follow. All you have to do is stop being arrogant and apply it and listen. In 3 to 4 months, you'll find drastic changes if you just follow the program. If this is something that you're interested in and you want to elevate your life to the next level, DM me ready to my Instagram page. My link is here, or follow me on @Suno_. Or if you don't have the money to do it, you can just go and watch these videos, watch my Instagram stories and apply it. That's all you have to do. Find research. If you don't have the resource to do it now, you have the time to go on Google, YouTube to find out and search for yourself. Guys, if you like this video, please leave a comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Let's